In a world where quick fixes and instant gratification are often glorified, the true key to lasting success lies in one word: consistency. It's not always easy, and it certainly isn't glamorous. But those who force themselves to be consistent find that the path to their goals becomes clearer with each step they take. Consistency is one of the most critical factors in achieving success, regardless of the goal you're pursuing. It is the ongoing, repetitive application of effort that leads to mastery and excellence in any field. While it's tempting to believe that success comes from moments of brilliance or sudden bursts of hard work, the reality is that it's the small, daily efforts that compound over time to produce significant results. The ability to remain consistent, to do the work even when it's hard, boring, or uncomfortable, separates those who achieve their dreams from those who fall short. Think of consistency as the foundation upon which all achievements are built. Just as a house cannot stand without a strong foundation, you cannot reach your full potential without being consistent in your actions. It's easy to get excited at the start of any endeavor, whether it's a fitness routine, a new business, or learning a new skill. That initial enthusiasm fuels motivation, but motivation fades over time. What remains is your ability to show up and do the work day after day, even when the novelty has worn off. Consider athletes at the top of their game. They didn't reach their level of expertise by practicing sporadically or only when they felt like it. Instead, they committed to a consistent regimen, pushing through the inevitable periods of fatigue, frustration, and setbacks. In the same way, success in any area of life, whether personal or professional, requires this steady, unwavering commitment. Being consistent also cultivates trust within yourself. When you consistently show up, you build confidence in your abilities. You begin to trust that no matter what challenges arise, you are capable of pushing through and achieving your goals. This self-trust is invaluable because it carries you through the moments when doubt creeps in or when external circumstances become overwhelming. The more you consistently follow through, the more reliable and confident you become in your ability to handle challenges. Consistency breeds momentum. When you repeat an action over and over, it becomes easier to perform that action. Over time, it requires less mental energy and effort to complete, and it starts to feel like second nature. This momentum propels you forward, making each step feel less burdensome than the one before. Imagine trying to push a heavy cart. The first few pushes take the most effort, but once it's moving, it becomes easier to keep it going. Consistency works the same way. The more you push, the easier it becomes to maintain that forward motion. One of the biggest challenges in remaining consistent is that progress often isn't immediately visible. You may work tirelessly day after day and feel as though nothing is happening. This is why so many people give up too soon. They become discouraged when they don't see instant results, not realizing that success is often hidden beneath the surface, growing slowly like the roots of a tree. Just because you can't see progress doesn't mean it's not happening. In fact, some of the most significant growth occurs during periods when it seems like nothing is changing. Staying consistent during these times of uncertainty is crucial because it's what allows you to break through and achieve your goals in the long run. Another reason consistency is so powerful is that it compounds over time. Just as with financial investments, where small regular contributions can grow into significant wealth due to compound interest, small consistent actions add up to enormous results. If you work on something for just 1% of your day, that small effort repeated daily can lead to transformative changes over weeks, months, and years. The key is to recognize the value of these small, steady efforts and to trust that they are moving you closer to your desired outcome. Consistency also plays a crucial role in building habits. When you consistently perform a task, your brain begins to automate the process, turning it into a habit. Habits are powerful because they allow you to accomplish tasks with minimal conscious effort. You don't have to think about brushing your teeth or driving to work because these actions have become habitual through repetition. By applying this same principle to your goals, you can turn the necessary actions into habits that propel you towards success with much less resistance. An often overlooked benefit of consistency is its ability to minimize decision fatigue. Every day we make countless decisions, and this can drain our mental energy. However, when you establish a consistent routine, you reduce the number of decisions you need to make, allowing you to focus your energy on more important tasks. For example, if you consistently exercise at the same time each day, you don't have to waste mental energy deciding when or if you'll work out. This frees up your mind to focus on other important areas of your life. Consistency creates a ripple effect. When you show up consistently, not only do you inspire yourself, but you also inspire those around you. Your commitment to your goals can motivate others to pursue their own dreams the same level of dedication. Whether it's your colleagues, friends, or family, your example serves as a reminder that success isn't about grand gestures or occasional spurts of effort. Effort is about showing up every day, putting in the work, and trusting that the results will come in time. The importance of consistency cannot be overstated. It is the driving force behind all sustainable success. By committing to consistent effort, even in the face of challenges and setbacks, you set yourself up for long-term growth and achievement. Discipline is the backbone of consistency. Without it, even the best laid plans will falter when faced with challenges or distractions. Discipline isn't just about setting rules or restrictions. It's about developing the self-control to stick to what matters, no matter how difficult or inconvenient. It is about saying no to the temptations that pull you away from your goals, even when they seem harmless or small in the moment. Developing discipline starts with understanding the importance of long-term rewards over immediate gratification. In a world that constantly pushes instant satisfaction, true discipline requires resisting the urge to choose what feels good right now in favor of what will benefit you in the future. Discipline, at its core, is about the regulation of your habits, behaviors, and thoughts. It's a mental state that governs your ability to manage time, resources, and energy. People who are disciplined don't necessarily work harder than others, but they work more efficiently, maintaining focus on the most important tasks at hand. They are able to break down their larger goals into smaller, actionable steps and stay focused on completing these steps one by one without getting distracted. This control over behavior doesn't come naturally to everyone. It must be developed over time through consistent practice and self-reflection. To cultivate discipline, it's important to first identify areas where your current behaviors and habits may be undermining your progress. This requires an honest assessment of where you are spending your time and energy. For instance, are you spending hours on social media when you could be working toward your goals? Are you prioritizing easy, short-term tasks over those that are more difficult but ultimately more rewarding? Once these patterns are identified, discipline comes into play by enforcing new, healthier habits that align with your long-term aspirations. You begin to realize that discipline isn't about depriving yourself, but about structuring your life in a way that gives you the freedom to achieve the things you truly desire. Self-discipline also involves controlling your mindset. When you discipline your mind, you can choose which thoughts to entertain and which to dismiss. This mental discipline is crucial because thoughts shape actions and undisciplined thinking leads to procrastination, self-doubt, and distraction. For example, if your mind constantly entertains thoughts of, I can't do this, or this is too hard, your actions will reflect these thoughts, making it difficult to stay consistent. However, a disciplined mind shuts down those negative narratives and replaces them with more productive thoughts like I will figure this out, or I am capable of more. By managing your mindset, you increase your ability to stay consistent and avoid being swayed by fleeting emotions or temporary setbacks. Another key aspect of discipline is habit formation. Habits are the building blocks of consistency because they turn actions into automatic behaviors that require little to no mental effort. However, forming habits requires discipline because it often involves doing things you don't want to do, especially at the beginning. Whether it's waking up early to exercise, cutting down on unnecessary expenses to save money, or spending extra hours working on a personal project, these actions demand initial discipline before they become habitual. The key is to stick to these behaviors long enough for them to become second nature. Over time, what was once difficult becomes automatic, and this is where consistency is born. Discipline is also closely tied to accountability. Consistency often falters when there is no one to hold you accountable for your actions. This is why setting up systems of accountability, whether through self-monitoring, goal tracking, or involving others in your journey, is an essential part of maintaining discipline. When you know that your progress is being measured or observed, you are less likely to stray from your path. Discipline, in this sense, creates a structure around your efforts, ensuring that you stick to the commitments you've made to yourself. In the long run, this structure becomes the foundation on which success is built. Discipline is not about being rigid or unyielding. It's about being flexible enough to adapt to changing circumstances while still maintaining focus on your long-term objectives. For instance, a disciplined person knows when to adjust their plans in response to unexpected obstacles without abandoning their overall goal. This ability to adapt while staying consistent is a hallmark of true discipline. It's not about perfection, but about perseverance, even when conditions aren't ideal. Discipline demands that you continually challenge yourself. It's easy to remain disciplined when things are comfortable, but true discipline shines when you push beyond your comfort zone. This could mean taking on new challenges, learning new skills, or simply sticking to a routine when you don't feel like it. Each time you force yourself to follow through on a commitment, even when you're tired or uninspired, you strengthen your discipline. Over time, this consistent application of discipline leads to personal growth, resilience, and the ability to achieve goals that once seemed out of reach. In essence, discipline creates the environment for consistency to thrive. It is the daily practice of self-control, the regulation of habits, and the mental fortitude to keep going when others quit. It's the force that turns intentions into actions and actions and actions into actions into habits. Without discipline, consistency would be impossible, as we would constantly be pulled off course by distractions, excuses, and temporary emotions. But with discipline, consistency becomes a natural byproduct, allowing you to progress steadily toward your goals no matter the challenges you face. The power of small daily actions. Consistency often gets overlooked because it's not as flashy or exciting as massive breakthroughs or quick wins. Yet success is rarely a result of one grand effort. Instead, it's built brick by brick through small, daily actions that compound over time. These actions might seem insignificant in the moment, like reading a few pages of a book, going for a short walk, or practicing a new skill for just 15 minutes. However, the cumulative effect of these small efforts can be transformative when done regularly over weeks, months, and even years. The key to success lies in recognizing the value of these small daily habits and actions. Imagine trying to improve your health. A single workout or one healthy meal won't change much, but committing to exercising consistently, even for short periods, or choosing healthy meals regularly will lead to significant physical transformation over time. This same principle applies to all areas of life. Whether it's mastering a craft, growing a business, or improving relationships, small, consistent efforts are far more impactful than sporadic, intense efforts. One reason small daily actions are so effective is that they are easier to commit to and sustain. Grand, dramatic efforts often feel overwhelming and lead to burnout. But taking smaller steps feels more manageable. Consider the difference between trying to write a 50,000-word book in a few weeks versus committing to writing 500 words a day. The latter approach seems far less daunting and is much more likely to be sustained over time. These daily efforts also provide a sense of accomplishment and momentum, which fuels further action. When you focus on small actions, you create a habit of showing up consistently. This habit becomes ingrained in your routine, making it easier to continue even when external motivation wanes. For example, a person who sets aside 10 minutes each day to practice mindfulness might initially struggle to stick with it. But over time, as it becomes a part of their daily routine, it becomes second nature. They don't have to think about whether they feel like doing it. They just do it because it's part of their day. This kind of habitual consistency is what leads to mastery over time. Another advantage of small, consistent actions is that they allow you to make steady progress without overwhelming yourself. When you take small steps every day, you avoid the anxiety and stress that comes with trying to tackle too much at once. This is particularly important when working towards long-term goals, which can often seem daunting and distant. Breaking these goals down into manageable daily tasks makes them feel more achievable, and as you start to see progress, your confidence grows. Small actions also provide an opportunity for continuous learning and improvement. When you engage in a task regularly, you have more chances to reflect on what's working and what isn't. This feedback loop enables you to make adjustments along the way, improving your effectiveness over time. For example, if you're learning a new language and commit to studying for 15 minutes a day, you'll quickly realize which methods help you retain information best, allowing you to refine your study process as you go. This constant refinement leads to better results in the long run. It's also important to remember that small, consistent actions build resilience. Success is not a straight path. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. When you're in the habit of taking small actions daily, you develop a sense of perseverance. Even on days when things don't go as planned, you still accomplish something, no matter how small, and that keeps you moving forward. Over time, this resilience compounds, allowing you to handle bigger challenges with greater ease. Small daily actions help combat the inertia of procrastination. When you set out to accomplish something huge, it's easy to feel paralyzed by the enormity of the task. This often leads to putting things off because they feel too overwhelming. However, committing to small daily actions eliminates this barrier. You don't need to summon huge amounts of energy or motivation to take a small step. As long as you keep taking those small steps, you're making progress. Even if it's slow, you're still moving forward, and that's what matters. The ripple effect of small, consistent action should not be underestimated. While the results may not be visible immediately, they eventually become impossible to ignore. The person who practices their instrument for 15 minutes a day may not notice much improvement in a week, but after a few months, their skills will have grown significantly. The entrepreneur who spends 20 minutes a day networking or working on their business plan may not see results overnight, but over time, those efforts will lead to opportunities and growth. The truth is, success is built through persistence, patience and commitment to small daily actions. These actions become the foundation upon which bigger achievements are built. When you focus on consistency rather than immediate results, you unlock the power of compounding effort, which ultimately leads to long-term success. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere. They come in the form of digital notifications, social media, entertainment, and even well-meaning people who may pull you away from your focus. One of the greatest challenges to achieving consistency is learning how to navigate through these distractions and stay on course. If you want to force yourself to be consistent, mastering the ability to block out distractions is not just an option, it's essential. This skill forms the foundation for building the habit of consistency, because without focus, it's impossible to maintain the steady rhythm required for progress. Distractions, especially in the digital age, are relentless. The average person checks their phone dozens of times a day, and each time their attention is pulled away from whatever they were working on. With the constant barrage of notifications from apps, emails, and social media platforms, maintaining focus has become one of the most critical skills for success. To remain consistent, it's important to set clear boundaries between the work that needs to be done and the distractions that threaten to derail progress. This may involve turning off notifications, setting specific times for checking email or social media, or even physically removing yourself from environments filled with distractions. Creating a distraction-free zone, especially during work or personal growth activities, can make a significant difference in your ability to maintain consistency. Distractions don't just come from external sources like smartphones or colleagues, it can also be internal. Our own thoughts and worries can be the most potent distractions. Self-doubt, fear of failure, or procrastination habits can pull you away from the tasks that need your focus. Consistency demands that you also manage these internal distractions. Developing techniques like meditation, journaling, or simply taking a few deep breaths can help calm a racing mind, allowing you to refocus on the present task. Self-awareness is key. When you're aware of your internal distractions, you can address them directly instead of letting them silently sabotage your consistency. Another significant source of distraction is multitasking, which can be deceptively counterproductive. Many people believe that juggling multiple tasks at once makes them more efficient, but research shows that multitasking actually reduces productivity and weakens your ability to focus. When you switch between tasks, your brain takes time to adjust, and the quality of your work suffers. Forcing yourself to be consistent means committing to one task at a time and giving it your full attention. This concept of deep work, coined by productivity expert Cal Newport, emphasizes the importance of undivided attention for meaningful progress. By focusing fully on a single task without letting distractions interfere, you'll make greater strides and cultivate the discipline required for consistency. Setting priorities is another vital aspect of overcoming distractions. Often, distractions are appealing because they offer instant gratification or a break from difficult work. However, if you're clear on your long-term goals and what you need to accomplish, it becomes easier to push distractions aside. Prioritizing tasks that align with your goals helps you stay consistent, even when the allure of distraction is strong. By using tools like to-do lists, planners, or time blocking, you can organize your day around what's most important and actively minimize opportunities for distractions to creep in. This method ensures that your consistency is directed toward meaningful tasks rather than wasted on less important, trivial activities. One powerful tool in overcoming distractions is creating a routine. Routines anchor your day and provide structure, reducing the temptation to veer off course. By establishing specific times for work, relaxation, and personal growth, You reduce the mental energy spent deciding what to do next and minimize the risk of being sidetracked. Routines help transform consistency into a habit. For example, if you designate the first hour of your day to a key project over time, this becomes a natural part of your day. It eliminates the mental struggle of deciding whether to work on that project or check social media. A well-constructed routine puts distractions on the back burner and promotes a state of flow where your mind is fully engaged in the task at hand. Another strategy is managing your environment. A cluttered or chaotic workspace can be a breeding ground for distractions. If you're constantly searching for materials, getting up to fetch things, or dealing with unnecessary noise, your ability to stay consistent diminishes. Simplifying and organizing your environment can help you focus on what truly matters. This might mean cleaning your desk, creating a quiet workspace, or setting up systems to keep everything you need within arm's reach. When your environment is free of distractions, your mind can focus solely on the task at hand, allowing you to maintain consistency over longer periods. The people around you can be the biggest distractions. Friends, family members, or colleagues, while well-intentioned, may interrupt your workflow or pull you into activities that don't align with your goals. It's important to set clear boundaries with those around you, especially when you need time to focus. Politely communicating your need for uninterrupted time can help you carve out space to work consistently. Additionally, surrounding yourself with people who support your goals and understand your need for consistency can make a significant difference. These individuals can act as accountability partners, helping you stay on track and reminding you of your goals when distractions arise. Overcoming distractions requires a strong sense of self-discipline and resilience. Even with the best strategies, there will be times when distractions win. However, the key to consistency is not in avoiding distractions entirely, but in how quickly you recover when you're sidetracked. Building the resilience to bounce back from distractions, refocus, and continue working toward your goals is what will ultimately sustain your consistency. Every time you successfully overcome a distraction, you strengthen your ability to stay focused the next time. And over time, this discipline compounds, leading to greater consistency and eventually success. One of the most crucial components of building consistency in life is making a shift in mindset. This shift changes how you view your goals, your daily actions, and even your own capabilities. Without the proper mindset, maintaining long-term consistency becomes an uphill battle. This is because consistency is less about short bursts of motivation and more about adopting a new way of thinking that aligns with sustained action, regardless of circumstances. First, consistency demands a long-term outlook. Many people fall into the trap of expecting immediate results after only a short period of effort. However, true success often takes time, patience, and persistence. This mindset shift involves moving away from the instant gratification mentality that is so pervasive in modern culture. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate progress, but this is where the shift becomes crucial. Instead of focusing on short-term results, you must begin to see the value in delayed rewards. The understanding that worthwhile outcomes take time allows you to stay focused and diligent even when the fruits of your labor are not immediately visible. Another significant mindset shift required for consistency is recognizing the importance of showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. Many people believe that they must wait for motivation or the perfect conditions to begin working toward their goals. This belief can be detrimental because motivation is fleeting and conditions are rarely perfect. Consistency, however, thrives on commitment, not emotion. Adopting a mindset where you understand that some of the most important work happens when you're tired, unmotivated, or dealing with challenges is critical. You learn to push through resistance because you know that showing up daily is more valuable than waiting for a rare burst of inspiration. In line with this, you must shift your perspective on discomfort. Often the reason people struggle with consistency is because they associate discomfort or struggle with failure. In reality, the most significant growth happens in moments of discomfort. Whether it's pushing through a challenging task, waking up early to exercise, or learning a new skill, growth is uncomfortable. The key is to embrace discomfort as a sign that you are progressing. Once you make this mental shift, you stop shying away from difficult situations and instead lean into them, knowing that these moments are what will ultimately propel you forward. Discomfort becomes a necessary part of the journey, not something to be avoided. Additionally, consistency requires a mindset that views failure differently. For many people, failure is a signal to stop or give up. However, a mindset shift allows you to see failure as part of the learning process. Rather than letting setbacks derail your efforts, this mindset helps you understand that failures provide valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. Consistency is not about being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about continuing to move forward despite setbacks. This shift in how you perceive failure enables you to stay consistent even when things don't go according to plan. A critical component of this mindset shift is also tied to personal identity. When you're trying to be consistent, you are essentially working on creating new habits and routines. To do this effectively, you must begin to identify yourself with the person you are becoming, not the person you were. For example, if you're working on developing the habit of exercising regularly, you need to shift your identity from someone who occasionally works out to someone who views exercise as part of their daily life. This identity shift is crucial because when you begin to see yourself as the person who is already living out these consistent behaviors, the behaviors themselves become more natural and ingrained in your day-to-day life. You are no longer forcing yourself to act in ways that feel foreign, but rather aligning your actions with the person you believe yourself to be. Consistency also requires you to rethink how you define success. Many people focus on large, measurable achievements as their only markers of success. But this mindset can hinder long-term consistency. When you begin to shift your thinking, you realize that success lies in the process, not just the outcome. Each day you show up, each small action you take toward your goal is a success in and of itself. By redefining success in this way, you take the pressure off of achieving monumental outcomes and instead celebrate the daily victories that over time compound into significant progress. This shift from outcome-based success to process-based success is essential for maintaining consistency because it keeps you engaged in the journey, not just the destination. Another critical mindset shift involves understanding that consistency is more about sustainability than intensity. Many people start strong with high levels of intensity only to burn out quickly. However, consistency is about pacing yourself. It's not about how hard you can go for a week or a month. It's about how you can sustain steady effort over the long term. Shifting your mindset to prioritize steady, manageable actions over bursts of extreme effort ensures that you can maintain your progress without exhaustion or burnout. This approach helps you avoid the trap of all or nothing thinking, where you're either giving 100% or nothing at all. Instead, you learn to appreciate steady progress, knowing that consistency over time yields better results than sporadic, intense efforts. Mindset shifts around patience are vital. Consistency tests your ability to remain patient and persistent, even when the results seem slow or non-existent. Shifting your mindset to embrace patience as part of the process helps you stay committed during times when it feels like you're not moving forward. You begin to understand that patience and perseverance are as essential to success as effort and skill. This mental shift allows you to keep going, even in the face of frustration or stagnation, because you trust that your consistent actions will eventually lead to the results you desire. Celebrating small wins is a crucial yet often overlooked aspect of maintaining consistency. See? When working toward a significant goal, many people focus solely on the end result, neglecting the importance of the smaller milestone on the way. These small victories are not just minor achievements, but are essential in reinforcing positive behavior and keeping motivation alive. By recognizing and celebrating these incremental successes, individuals build momentum, develop confidence, and stay committed to their long-term objectives. One of the primary benefits of celebrating small wins is the psychological boost it provides. The human brain is wired to seek rewards, and every time we acknowledge an accomplishment, no matter how small, we experience a sense of satisfaction. This satisfaction releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and motivation. When dopamine is released, it creates a positive feedback loop that encourages individuals to repeat the behavior that led to the reward. For example, if someone is trying to establish a habit of exercising regularly, acknowledging each completed workout, no matter how brief, can create a sense of achievement that makes them more likely to continue the habit. Over time, this consistency becomes ingrained, and the person develops a sustainable routine. Small wins also play a critical role in breaking down overwhelming tasks into manageable steps. When faced with a large or daunting goal, it's easy to feel discouraged by the sheer magnitude of what needs to be done. However, by setting smaller, more attainable goals along the way and celebrating each one, the larger goal becomes less intimidating. These smaller objectives act as stepping stones that provide a sense of progress, even when the ultimate goal is still far off. This not only makes the process feel more achievable, but also prevents feelings of burnout or frustration that can arise when progress seems slow. Celebrating small wins encourages a growth mindset, a concept that emphasizes the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. When individuals take the time to acknowledge their progress, they are reinforcing the idea that improvement is possible through consistent effort. This mindset shift is crucial because it helps people focus on the process rather than becoming fixated on the outcome. In other words, instead of obsessing over the final result, individuals learn to appreciate the journey and the gradual improvements they are making. This shift in perspective fosters resilience and determination as individuals become more willing to tackle challenges and setbacks, knowing that progress is being made, however slowly. Another significant aspect of celebrating small wins is the sense of accomplishment it provides. Even though the final goal may still be far away, acknowledging small victories helps individuals feel successful at every stage of their journey. This sense of achievement boosts self-confidence, which is vital in maintaining motivation. When individuals believe they are capable of achieving their goals, they are more likely to stay committed to the actions required to reach them. On the other hand, if someone never stops to appreciate their progress, they may start to feel as though they are not getting anywhere, leading to a decrease in motivation and an increased likelihood of giving up. In addition to boosting motivation and confidence, celebrating small wins can also enhance accountability. When individuals recognize their achievements, they are more likely to hold themselves accountable for continuing the behavior that led to that success. For example, someone working on improving their diet might celebrate making healthier food choices consistently for a week. This recognition of their progress can serve as a reminder of their commitment to their health, making it more likely that they will continue to make positive choices in the future. By holding themselves accountable for their actions, individuals stay focused on their long-term goals and remain consistent in their efforts. Small wins provide valuable feedback on the effectiveness of one's strategies and approaches. When individuals take the time to reflect on and celebrate their progress, they can assess what is working and what needs adjustment. For instance, if a person is working toward a fitness goal and notices that they are consistently meeting their short-term targets, they can conclude that their current exercise and nutrition plan is effective. On the other hand, if progress seems slower than expected, they can use the small wins as an opportunity to reevaluate their approach and make necessary changes. This reflection process helps individuals stay adaptable and flexible, ensuring that they are always moving in the right direction. Celebrating small wins fosters a positive mindset. The journey toward any significant goal is often filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. However, by focusing on the small successes along the way, individuals can maintain a sense of optimism and positivity. This positive outlook is crucial because it helps individuals stay motivated even when faced with obstacles. Instead of becoming discouraged by the difficulties they encounter, they are reminded of the progress they have already made and the potential for future success. This shift in focus helps individuals stay resilient and persistent, even in the face of adversity. Celebrating small wins is an essential strategy for maintaining consistency and achieving long-term goals. By providing a psychological boost, breaking down large tasks, fostering a growth mindset, boosting confidence, enhancing accountability, offering valuable feedback, and promoting a positive outlook, small victories play a crucial role in keeping individuals motivated and committed. Rather than waiting for the final result to feel successful, individuals should take the time to acknowledge and celebrate the progress they are making every step of the way. This approach not only makes the journey more enjoyable, but also increases the likelihood of achieving the ultimate goal.